life, it will rob you of your happiness if you let it. So make sure that you take time to prioritize doing the things that make you happy.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to remind ourselves to like go outside, go to the park, like live in the moment a little bit and make time to do things that make you happy. Even if that means you might work a little bit later. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Welcome to Leaf Notes, the podcast that helps your business take root and grow. I'm Adria Marshall, seasoned business owner and speaker.
And I'm Sydney Mafuka, artist, illustrator, and small business owner.
Join us each week as we take you on a journey through the ups and downs of entrepreneurship. We'll dive into everything from social media strategy to protecting your business.
We'll even answer your burning questions such as, do I need a business plan? Should I form an LLC? Where should I promote my business? And so much more.
Together with our guests, we'll break down these topics into actionable steps, helping you build the business of your dreams.
So whether you're just starting or you're looking to scale, we got you covered.
So go grab your notebooks, your favorite beverage, and cozy up to receive practical insights and inspiration here on Leaf Notes. Let's go make your business dreams a reality. Okay.
Hey.
Hi. How you feeling ourselves? It's getting better each time.
I feel it's getting better. I feel we're getting more confident.
Why do people can't just scream?
Because look at me. Look at me go.
We have all the angles that we're working on over here.
We're camera people. With laptops.
Okay, so let's talk about the interview with Jess.
No, Chelsea.
With Chelsea, that's who I meant. And shout out to Chelsea because we had all sorts of technical difficulties because it was our first time with our new setup. And even though we tested it before.
Even though but I think that's just what happens when you're trying something new.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just, but it's good.
It's good. Even this time we were setting it was a lot easier.
Yeah. So she was really patient.
She was super patient. Thank you, Chelsea. What a great interview, too.
She was so nice.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So what were your favorite parts of the interview and your takeaways?
My favorite part was when she recommended QuickBooks because...
Did you say QuickBooks?
It's like QuickBooks. When she recommended QuickBooks because I've actually heard about that before. And I was like, I actually was interested in it. So to hear that she recommends that for bookkeeping was really great. Also, I think just realizing how human she is.
Yeah, she's so great.
Was really awesome too, So I just felt like we're all in this together as far as like keeping up with our books because sometimes it's easy to like if you don't do it every week or have like your own schedule for like because it can seem like a week for me. It'll be like a week goes by. I'm like, I can do it. You know what I mean? But time keeps going. So
right, and we have our monthly meeting on the calendar. We've not been doing.
We have not been doing.
We probably should.
We need. Yeah, we probably should just do it together.
Well, it's on our calendar for us to do together, but I think the problem is that it's in the evening. And by then we're kind of done.
Yeah. Or like we're deep into like finishing up what we want to do for the day.
For the day, exactly. So what I'll do is action item number 1, I will move our monthly bookkeeping touch base to during the day.
And like a day that what do you feel works for us the best?
You want to just do it Wednesday after we record one time, then we just go straight into it.
Yeah, it just can't be. I guess that works. Because even when you have your manager meeting, you do after manager meeting, so we'll have time. Yeah, we can do a Wednesday a month, right?
A Wednesday a month
for that. Yeah.
Let's just do that. That would be good. And then me and Jonathan, that's my husband, we are behind too on our touch base, our monthly touch base for our personal finances. So we were a little bit behind a couple of months ago, and then that's when I found out that Mint.com has been sunset. They're owned by Intuit, second owned TurboTax, and a bunch of other things, but they sunset that application. So, and they recommended that we move over to Credit Karma, but Credit Karma doesn't have all the functionality, all the budgeting functionality that Mint does.
Yeah.
So then this past month, me and Jonathan sat down and we reviewed some recommended apps for personal bookkeeping. It's funny that QuickBooks didn't show up under our list. But we decided to go with Honeydew. So I feel kind of bad because he's already gone and set up everything in Honeydew.
You're gonna undo it? Do you like Honeydew?
I haven't really gotten into it to see. Maybe it's fine.
Like maybe
I should leave it alone too, because I did ask him to decide which app he thought we should use.
And he said Honeydew.
So we'll just leave the Honeydew then.
But I'm gonna try QuickBooks.
For your personal too?
I think so. Just in general, I think it's easier than learning like a new application each time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's what I'm gonna try, or at least do it for my business, and then see how I like it, and then decide from there.
We were using Xero before, but when I switched bookkeepers recently, they recommended that I switch from Xero to QuickBooks because some allows more of the automations on their side to keep everything going, and it is industry standard too. So they're moving my books over to QuickBooks as well.
Okay,
for the business.
So then, we'll have like a common ground there.
We'll have a common ground for sure. I just kind of wanted it. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a single platform for both my personal and business. But you're right. If
you did all the work already,
then let's just roll
instead of like undoing.
And we don't even know if it works or not until we try it and see.
And then you can just keep us updated if you like decide to switch or something.
So I think what I'll do, because I haven't really gotten into Honeydew, I've set up a few of our accounts, but not all of them. So what I'll do is I can show you guys as I go through Honeydew and learning how it works. So I can share that with you, and then you can do the same for QuickBooks also.
Which will be really cool. And then we get two different perspectives. Yeah.
Yeah. They so the app or the article that I saw, they had a list of apps they recommended for your personal bookkeeping. What I liked about it, I think it was a Nerd Wallet article. So it listed by category, like if you're single, if you're married, blah blah blah. And so the one that they recommended for people who have a partner and trying to manage it, that's where they recommended the Honeydew, because I think you can assign each other tasks and things, which is kind of cool.
And you like doing that.
I do like.
You like tasks. You see them I think for you, it's funny. Tasks are like side quests. Side quests is a good analogy for a bigger picture. You know, everybody has their own side quests, and you come together.
It is a side quest.
Yeah,
that's a good analogy.
Yeah, it makes it more fun. If you look at life like a video game, it's a little bit more interesting. You know, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
Cool. So that's a good takeaway.
Yeah. What was your biggest takeaway?
I think my biggest takeaway was, I'm always encouraged because I'm I keep calling myself a fairly new business owner, but I've been in the game for about 5 or 7 years now.
Like you survived. I heard that like a lot of businesses don't make it like past 3 years.
Yeah.
So you survived.
I did, and made it through COVID as well, which is great.
Yeah.
So I think what I don't know if it's a takeaway, but what made my ears perk up was when she was talking about some of the learnings that some of her clients have to go through. Like they don't realize that, when you are in a season where you're making a lot of profit, that it means that your taxes increase.
Mm-hmm.
So I was pleasantly, I guess, I was appreciative of myself that because taxes are complicated to me. Like I feel like whenever I'm doing an interview and people are asking me about some of the biggest lessons that I've learned or people that I lean on the most, I always go to taxes because I don't understand it as well as I would like to. But that was reassuring that at least I understand it a little bit better than I did originally.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Because
I'm sure I was in the same boat at the very beginning. As a matter of fact, I do remember a time where we were making a lot of money, then taxes hit me really hard, and it was like a shock.
I do remember that, and you were so surprised of like how much you
owed. Right. So I'm glad that I've overcome that, and a little bit better than I thought I was. It shows that there's level of growth there. Also,
it shows that there's a level of common ground that everyone kind of goes through the same thing, and that's okay. Right. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, so that was good. And then also I really enjoyed her tips on how she's balancing personal and business.
That was really sweet. Yeah, and how I like that because I think I started moving, like I don't have a kid or nothing, like nothing crazy. But like I think it's really cool because um it's just showing that you can prioritize the things that you want to do. At least if you have a job that's flexible enough where you can like take a break at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and go do that thing or go to the farmer's market or the flower shop or wherever you want to go. Like you don't have to let work consume you so much. But yeah, I think it was a really cool reminder to me that you have control over your life and you unless you like work a really strict 9 to 5, right? And that means that you can make time for the things that you want to prioritize in your life besides work. You know what I mean? And I think that there's this big misconception that like work, especially in the United States, that we need to let work surpass priority. It takes priority when it's like honestly, like yesterday, I worked, but I also enjoyed time with my sister. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even though, I ended up working technically later. Sure, like if I didn't spend time with my sister, maybe I would have been done around like 8 or 9. You know what I mean? But I think taking time to do the things that you enjoy makes life a little bit more fun.
You can watch Hannah though.
Yeah, Hannah's. Ooh. Especially because she ain't got nothing to do.
This means Venus fly.
Yes, Venus flytrap. Because especially because she doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
Like she thinks, like you know what I mean? She can just yap.
Yeah.
And
she's the sweetest.
She's awesome. I like being around her.
Yeah.
And luckily, like what I do, I listen to podcasts while I work, so I can kind of like work and listen at the same time. So it's not
good at that.
Yeah, so it's not like a big thing for me because even at the coffee shop, I was working and listening. Or if I had to like send out emails or like do things, I'd be like, hold on, I'm sending out emails. So like it wasn't that big, but yes,
you have to be careful.
Yeah.
So you guys, we call Hannah the Venus flytrap because she perks herself like in the center of the house.
At the dining room, like what is it?
At the island. So if you're crossing, and of course everyone's in the kitchen all the time, but then if you're crossing that threshold, or crossing the area to go to your bedroom or wherever you go, you have to pass through that area. And she always like, hey, so, and then what she'll do, she'll not finish the sentence, she'll just like throw in something. So, or I was thinking, or
she'll ask you a question,
and the next thing you know, you are sucked in.
Yeah, but it's I feel like she's the glue though, so it's really good.
It's like, true
because I feel like the house is more lively when she's around.
Yes, we love having her home for the summer
because we're very like the rest of us, like Jonathan's to himself, you are to yourself unless you're in your little mood. Yeah, like I wish I could explain, like, if you had ears, your ears would be perked up when you're in a little mood, like, hey, I'm ready to talk to someone. But most of the time your ears are like, are back and you're like mostly working and stuff. And same thing with me. So we're all to ourselves. So like Hannah kind of brings us all together.
We have all the family game nights and all of that good stuff. Yeah, so it's awesome.
I think it's like worth it. But like you said, like if I know I need to get things done, I just gotta like hide. I gotta hide, or like or we have a little work session together,
right? Because true. Yeah, because she does work hard too.
She does work hard, so it's like Or I liked how yesterday we were all like sitting around and working on it. Like you were doing emails. Hannah, I think, was also doing emails, and I was doing the banner. Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun.
Just being in the same space.
Yeah, and just working. Yes. It felt like a coffee shop moment.
It was a coffee shop moment. But we digress. So yes, watching Chelsea talk about how she balances her time, especially with a new baby. You know, she's not new anymore, but she's still new.
Yeah, I feel like you're always new.
Yeah.
Like I'm 25, you're still new. You're still a new mother.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was really cool because I feel like every time we ask someone who has like other obligations, whether it's like family, especially women, because like that's just complicated. Like I feel like, hot take. I feel like men's like cycle and our cycle are completely different. You know what I mean? As far as like, I don't know about you, but I'll have bits of time, usually after my menstrual, where I'll be like super productive and able to get like so much done. Like I can live like this right? And then like the week before or the week of the menstrual, I'm like, I can't. Everything feels so hard. I'm so tired. You know what I mean?
Right. And I haven't tried to actually track to see why that is. There are some weeks that I am on fire.
And then task is getting, and you can overload, like it's not a good habit, but you can overload your day and get like so much done, but then you think, oh, I could live like this, but then the next week it's like you're thrown because it's completely different, you know? So I think like it's already hard genetically to find balance, but then when you add on like other things like children or even God forbid you have hobbies, which is like a healthy thing to do, like just have things you enjoy. Like about making time for that, like the things that make you happy. Yeah. But there was this quote on Instagram that I heard. It was actually a trending audio that I think I might use. And it was talking about how like it was pessimistic but optimistic. So it was saying that life, it will rob you of your happiness if you let it. So make sure that you take time to prioritize doing the things that make you happy. Yeah. Because you can, especially again in this kind of society, like I'm sure maybe, and like I've heard like in some European countries they prioritize balance a lot more and like just like leisure and like living, you know what I mean? But at least like in the United States where it feels very much like hustle culture and like working to reach whatever type of goal, I think it's really important to remind ourselves to like go outside, go to the park, like live in the moment a little bit and make time to do things that make you happy. Even if that means you might work a little bit later. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I try to do that. It just is so hard. I think it definitely has gotten better since I've been more diligent with leaving my phone out of there.
Oh, you kept up.
Yes.
I haven't even checked in on you.
That is going really well, and I'm getting up at 6:45 every morning.
I saw your text messages. I was like, I heard the buzz. I'm like, oh, there she goes.
Yes. But see, I need to. So, although I'm doing better with keeping my phone out of my room, I still am gravitating towards it in the morning. But at least I do gravitate to the coffee machine first. Yeah. But yeah.
You know, it'd be great if you gravitate towards outside.
I know.
Like, take your coffee, combine it with the outside. Like, drink it outside on that beautiful porch swing you have. Like, every time I put it on Instagram, people are like, "Oh my god, I love that swing! Like, that's people's dream swing." And you have people's dream swing.
I do.
So, like, sit outside, watch the squirrels do squirrel stuff, watch the birds fly.
All those things. I think I'm gonna put the phone in the guest room now. So I've been doing good keeping it on the sewing machine, but I still pass by it in the central area. So I think I'm gonna put it a little bit further away. Because I don't want to be texting you at 6:45 in the morning. Yeah, like I think it's because I feel like something I've noticed about you don't really have boundaries when it comes to work stuff. Yeah. Like where are they? Right. Like there should be a point where you're kind of like, I'm not answering text messages until 8. Yeah, it's hard. I think this is probably another podcast episode, but I think I think it's 2-pronged. Number one, I need to get more things off my plate where I'm not responsible for them. Number two, and that's my team probably tell me is probably really the number one, is I need to trust my team more. That they probably have, because there have been plenty of times that I've texted them about things and they already had it under control. Like I texted my social media manager this morning, and he's in Allen, California. I'm sorry, Jordan. I texted him this morning to ask him to review a post for Wendy, and then he responded back, and I'm sure it's like 6 o'clock this time, right? Yeah, well, you texted him what time? I mean, it had to be like around 10. Oh, yeah, so like 7. And he was like, me and Wendy already chatted about it. So, but it gets, I get nervous when it's the day of something and it's not done, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So is communication like, and I know, this could be a whole nother episode. Whole nother topic. But do you feel, let's just lead into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you feel like if you don't communicate, they're not going to communicate?
Yes.
So maybe that's just a heart-to-heart you need to have with people
Yeah.
to just like
Over communicate. Like with Demara, shout out to Demara, my brand ambassador manager. She over communicates.
Mhm.
So she tells me things that I don't necessarily need to know, but because she tells me so much, I get it all.
Mhm.
And I don't feel like my entire team does that really well. But at the same time, do you need to do that? Like, are they not telling me things that I need to know? But maybe at this phase where I am at the letting go phase,
Maybe
I
that
need
makes
for
you
them to.
feel comfortable.
Mhm. I think so. And then if they were to over communicate, then I wouldn't worry as much. But I mean, and because too, but this happens with every business and with every situation, right?
Mhm.
There are those times where I will issue that reminder like every once in a while, and they had forgotten.
Mm.
And because of that, it kind of
Ignites that purpose.
it
for you.
like tells me it's like a reassurance or a reconfirmation that it's a good thing that you followed up.
Mhm.
Because if you hadn't, then what could have happened?
Maybe you could even schedule follow-up times instead of it being like all the time.
Yeah.
Because you do have that Monday app. If you put everybody in that,
Everybody's in there, but everybody's not always responding. But we have a lot going on. So we have a lot going on, which is part of it right now too. So I don't know. I feel like I don't even know. I feel like we're in an interesting phase of an interesting time of year right now where everything is busy.
yeah,
And because we have some really big exciting events coming up, we have new product launches coming up. We're trying to build a website. We're trying to revamp our main website.
and then still we're building 2 websites actually, like
Yeah.
the Ecobator and the upcoming wine that you have.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's
A lot.
yeah.
And our team is not, and we think about the marketing part of our team is super tiny. It's like me,
Corey.
and you're not even on, you are a contractor. So me, Corey, Wendy, who is a contractor too, and her, and she's amazing. So, I mean, there's no slack to a contractor. Just that they have other responsibilities also. It's not like this is their full-time gig.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And even Corey's part-time.
Yeah, but he acts like a full
Oh my gosh, he's amazing.
He's awesome.
Yeah, so I feel like I need to kind of take it once I get a breather, kind of take a step back. I mentioned conversations for my mentor too.
Yeah, see what
Jalen.
see if they've experienced something like that
I'm
with
sure.
their business and what tools they use to help
Yeah.
them let go.
Yeah.
Because I mean, because I can understand like again, like you mentioned, where you would remind someone of something they forgot. You know what I mean? How boom, there's purpose and me continuing to
Yeah.
remind people. But there has to be a way that like you could have scheduled at the beginning of the week, maybe Mondays is your reminding people day. Like here are all your tasks.
Yeah.
Or maybe one day Corey can become full-time project manager and just make sure like you know what I mean, maybe then that's his job.
Yeah.
To remind everybody of their tasks and to be in communication. Because I mean, he's really good at that.
He is good at that.
So maybe I don't know. Yeah. I'd love to know what your mentor says about that type of thing, though, because this is really interesting.
Yeah. I'll share too. We just started working together. She's a new mentor. She's amazing so far. But I'll share her insights. I feel like it's a combination of a lot of things. It's a combination of seasonality being high. Combination of us having me putting probably too much on our plates and me not letting go.
Yeah.
You know, me worrying as well. I think it's a combination of all three of those.
Yeah. It makes sense because you have a lot of new things happening this year. Lots of new. I think compared to last year, it's way busier than last year.
Way busier. Then when you think about the tangentials are high too, like the foundation. It's another thing. You know, it's working with our homeless partners, which is amazing. Like everything is great.
I think it's just like it's more about maybe you need to either if Corey is willing to go full time or maybe like having a bigger team to
Yeah,
delegate things off to, because like now Avery's overbooked. You know what I mean?
Everybody's overbooked.
Yeah, so it's kind of like now it might be the time to like delegate small things that anyone could do to like more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To maybe interns or like I don't know.
I don't know either, but yeah. So all or nothing to do with the topic of Chelsea, but it does. It's about balance and boundaries and time management. So I'll follow up definitely with you guys as I talk with my mentor more about this. I'm sure we just had our onboarding conversations last week, so I'm sure they peeped this. I showed them my extensive roadmap, and it is extensive.
Ooh. I mean, it's good. You know, what's really great is that, like, it feels like your business is just, like, always bursting at the seams. It needs new size pants. It does. Like, it used to be a size 4, and now it's a size 6.
Oh, yeah, she's thick.
And she's thick. And, like, now she's getting real juicy. Like, she needs a size 8.
Yeah.
And it just keeps getting bigger. I mean, it's great, especially as, like, Black women. As a Black woman entrepreneur, like some of that has to be really validating that all these things are working out for you.
Yeah, I mean everything's going really great. I don't have any complaints. It's more of a fear that we're gonna drop the ball. You know.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure that we're prepared, and we do continue to get more and more prepared. Like putting Monday in place was amazing.
Just for everyone, I like Monday.
So great, keeping track of everything in there. So that's been great, but yeah, we definitely need to take some time to button up. So I'll share what my mentor has to say. All right, so let's recap our action items.
So I'm gonna be trying QuickBooks. You're gonna be doing Honeydew, and we're gonna. It's so cute. I just think of like a little melon. Aww. And despite what anybody says, I like Honeydew. I know that people say that cantaloupe is better, but like I know Honeydew is good. I really like it. And maybe it's also because it's green. It's so cute. So you'll be trying Honeydew.
Yeah.
I'll be trying QuickBooks, and we'll be sharing our experiences with both of them. What else are we doing?
I'm going to share feedback from my mentor on this time management stuff also. And then it's a small action item. I am going to put my phone further out of the common area.
But the fact that you've been like keeping up, I am so proud
of myself. I don't need an alarm anymore. I'm just up at 6:45.
So what time do you go to bed?
10:30, 11.
You're like, you have your life together. You know what they say? They say if anybody goes to bed before 12, they have their life together.
Oh, really? Is that all it takes?
That's all it takes. Because, you know, when you're up later, it's like you're actually like...
Yeah. But also what's been helping, it was like a trickle down. Like when I stopped using my phone at night, picked up my Kindle, and, you know, I get sleepy as you're reading.
Yeah, I do too.
And I sleep so good. I don't wake up in the middle of the night. I sleep so good.
That's good.
So that part is going good. Am I doing my devotional, my quiet time, going out to my garden in the morning? So
yeah,
those things are on point.
And when we mentioned like making time to do things that like you enjoy, I feel like you do that with your garden. But I just think you just like walk down there in the middle of the day and just check up on them. Or I'll hear the hose rolling out. You know, so I think you do a good job at like doing things that you enjoy in the middle of the day.
Even with running and going to the gym, so those things are coming into play. And so, and that's the thing too. I think you bring it up, Sydney, because I think we're going to be hard on ourselves too, and I give ourselves credit and not look back and see things that we have gotten better at.
Yes.
So I don't want to come down too hard on myself on this new thing I'm seeing now. Like, oh my goodness, I need to work on, which is true, but I want to get validation to those other things that have been working well.
Yeah, that's really important. Have you been doing your gratitude journaling?
I've been slacking. Well, you know what? No, that's not true. That is not true. I have. So in my Passion Planner, shout out to Passion Planner.
They're great. I think if you guys are interested, I think they have like planners on sale because it's the middle of the year. Yeah. They're really great.
Yeah, they are so good. So there's a section on the weekly on the left that says good things. And I am good every day with filling that in with good things that happen.
That's good.
So although I have not incorporated just the gratitude during my devotional time, I do throughout the day when something good happens, it hits me. Write that down.
That's good. Yeah, and just taking a moment. Like that's what so something that I do a lot of times because sometimes I'll get anxiety or whatever, and that's like the feeling of anxiety when you actually have like diagnosed like anxiety is really extreme. Like you can feel really like all those feelings are real when they're not real, right? And so a lot of times I'll have to stop and be like, so many things are working out for me. You know what I mean? Because it is really easy to be like, dang, like all these things are not going the way they're supposed to be going. Right. And then you think about, wait a minute, these are good problems to have. Like, yeah, no one said that because like there's always going to be growing pains as you're like getting to a point where you want to always be at. You know, you just end up having the good things and the good problems that come with it. Yeah,
it's like Biggie said.
And you, my friend, you have good problems because the fact that you get to do like these really cool events, you're working on your social presence, you have a stylist. Like, come on, girl.
Shout out to Ryan.
Ryan, just doing the thing. So I mean, like, good things, all good things. So
all good things. Well, thank you guys so much for watching and for listening. We'll keep you updated as always on our action items. Be sure to be following us on our social media channels.
And YouTube as well.
And YouTube. Yeah, our following is doing so good on YouTube.
Yeah, we're making our way.
So we're just so thankful for all you guys for coming on this journey with us.
Yes, and I think that your action item is to write down something that is working out for you today.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's your action item. All right, cool. Bye.
Hello, everyone. So I am on QuickBooks right now, and I feel conflicted already. They have a Memorial Day sale going on for $9 a month for 3 months, and it goes up to $30, which it's definitely different from Mint because Mint was free. But I think I'm going to start off with a free trial for now, see how easy everything is to set up, if I like it, because it ends on the 31st. So it ends in 3 days. So I still have a little bit of time to decide and give it a little time to use it. It's not much time, but it's time. So we're going to go with it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on let's start it for free. And so I'm going to go ahead and work on my account and I'll get back to you. All right. So now I went ahead and I made an account, but now I'm going ahead and answering some questions about my business. So I'm just going to answer some of these questions. What would my industry be? Yeah, artist. I'll go with that. I'll say owner, because that's me. I'm an owner. Okay, business of one, but we're manifesting more. Let's see. No, I use both of these. PayPal, Square. They don't have Stripe on here. Stripe. Okay, next. What do I want to do on QuickBooks? Ooh, what do I want to do? I don't even know. I guess manage and pay bills. I don't think I'm okay with accepting payments where I accept them already. Maybe track sales and manage sales tax sounds good. I think that's good because I like everything else that I have set up on my website. My website covers a lot. Add some basic info and apply. I think I'm gonna add some basic info now to apply. Then you can send custom invoice. Skip for now. Yes, link bank account. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do this because this is a little bit more personal, but I will come back when everything is linked. So for now, I'm at a point where I entered all of my information and I am now going through and I'm able to categorize all of my expenses, which is super cool. And what I like about this compared to Mint is that it's on this like a big screen, and kind of like Chelsea mentioned, is it seems like they're going to remember these things for later, but it's just a lot easier to have this on a bigger screen. just so that I can navigate it better. I don't know. It's just a little bit less overwhelming than like in Mint, where everything is just like laid down like that. So I'm gonna put for this one, travel, done. Let's see, T-Mobile, yep, phone service, which I use my phone for work, which makes sense. So I'm gonna go through all these expenses and pretty much just categorize them. But I really am enjoying how user friendly and intuitive this is. So yeah, I will get back to you when I'm on to the next step. I went through all that information, which was just categorizing a lot of my expenses and then the sales that I actually get as well. It's really smart. I enjoyed the experience. And I see why they be charging what they charge. But yeah, now we're taking a little bit of a tour around everything, and I thought it would be cool to take you with me. So right now they're saying you can choose your widget and layout. You can perfect your page by adding and removing widgets. Select customized layout to get started. You can set up your QuickBooks account, complete these steps to set yourself up for success, and learn your way around QuickBooks Online. Here, you can talk to an expert. Connect with experts from all of your QuickBooks Live services, send messages, schedule appointments, or request callbacks, which is really cool to know that you can contact somewhat of an advisor, which is something I might want to like look into if it's like built into this. It might be really cool to try out for the first 30 days. I'm not sure. It makes me nervous, but it's something. It's really cool to know that you have somebody for you here. Jump into action. Your shortcuts change over time as we get to know you better. Customize your favorite to override suggestions. So let's see what I'm going to do. Setup checklist. Basic business info is good, which is good. So I pretty much am all set up here. Set up online payments. I like that you can have online payments here. I'm not sure if I really want to because I have Squarespace, but I think it might be something I look into while I'm here. And yeah, order your card reader. They have all these things. This is so interesting. I like how everything is like so integrated here. Okay, so let's go ahead and organize some expenses. Okay, so now I'm at transactions, and this is where it kind of looks like Mint, where you sort of organize everything. So let's see. This one, let's say t-shirt transfers. So this is something I'm kind of familiar. Oop. I wish I could. Let's see if I can add a new category. There we go. T-shirt transfer. And then heat transfers for hoodies and t-shirts. I said t-shorts, t-shirts. Wait. I guess it would be fine. Okay. I guess I'll go. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I just went. I don't know. I'll just do ninja. Wait, add new. Ninja transfers. Cool. And then I don't know what a tag is. Think about what's important about this transactions. Tags won't affect your books, so you can use them however you want. Okay. So t-shirt transfers. Maybe that's where I would write that. Okay. So I guess that's how I go through each thing. And so I'm going to go through and try to categorize everything. At least this is more familiar. What I do like is that there's all these different things here for how you can scale your business. But what worries me is that I don't think I necessarily need everything. So this is where I think coming into thinking about what does the basic plan have, and does it have enough? Does it have too much that I would need or not? I think it's not going to have not enough, but I know that for me, I'm doing a trial of the pro plan, which is $90 a month. So it's definitely for bigger businesses. But yeah, so that's something I'm keeping in mind, that there's a lot of tools here, and that it's something that's really good to grow into, and this is something that's really cool to see. So I'm going to go ahead and categorize more of my expenses. But thank you so much for following me along. And I guess I'll follow up with you when I see Mom. Okay, so I know I said I wanted to go, but I ended up doing a little bit more exploring, and I just wanted to show you a couple things. So these are all my transactions now that they're categorized. Going forward, I'm definitely going to be like putting notes in, like Chelsea said, to know exactly what everything is, because I know what the more recent stuff is, but as we go down, I'm like, I don't know. I know if this is related, but shoot, I'm not sure. Which is why it's really important to stay on top of your books, and that's something I'm definitely going to work on. What's awesome is that they have a dashboard option where you can see how much you've grown over time, showing that between April and May, this is when my sales kind of spiked a little bit more. And wait till May comes, because May, I feel like, has been a really good month. You can also like track bills and what you need to pay. So I could put like the different bills that I normally pay for my business here, which will be really, really cool to just stay on top of things. They also have like a coming up section, which I'm going to probably work on setting up. But yeah, I thought that was cool. And then also they have a sales area because of like, since I said that Stripe is something that's connected, I can kind of see what my sales have been looking like. That it's been a little more than May 2023, which they don't have data on May 2023, so that makes sense. And it's cool because you can create invoices, estimates, and all these different things. So it's definitely like really, really cool. And then yeah, I think that's awesome. And it's awesome because you can totally grow with this because they have a payroll section for employees when you're big and stuff, and just all kinds of stuff to look through. So I think the only thing is that it does feel overwhelming with all the things. Like, this is the type of stuff that I am simply used to, but what makes me so happy is that they made organizing your transactions so easy, which I really love. So yeah, again, can't wait to talk to Mom tomorrow about all of this, but QuickBooks seems like a really, really cool tool for businesses, and I am really excited to use my 30-day free trial and see how it goes.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
You didn't go to the gym today.
I woke up early.
Yeah.
I woke up and then Hannah was like, and I was like, well, do you want to?
Oh my
And
goodness.
she was like, I'd rather sleep. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay. So
It's hard, right?
it's been difficult.
But once you get into that rhythm again, then it's easy.
You want to go. I think it's just like starting a car again.
Mhm.
So it's been a little bit
I get it.
it's been a little bit difficult, especially because like it's honestly what's been doing it for me is like my going to sleep really late.
Yeah.
Because last night I finished everything I need to do around like midnight, but then after like winding down, it's like around 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then waking up at around 7.
Yeah.
I need a lot of. I need sleep. I'm one of those people. I need a lot of sleep.
I get it. And
So-
you get into that rhythm too of, well, for a while, I'm going to bed too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just been really, and then for me, then I'm like, do I really want to go to gym if it's gonna make me really like tired because
Yeah.
I'm running like a battery that isn't full
Mhm.
in the morning. So I might instead today go in the evening
Yeah.
and see how that works for me. You know what I mean? Because it's also more empty in the evening.
It is Wednesday. That's what Jonathan was saying. I'm so proud of it lately.
Yeah.
It's gonna go early.
Yeah, like early.
Early.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna do that. So at least like it's one of those things where lately it's been like if I don't go in the morning, I don't go at all. But
Yeah.
I think that at least for today, my schedule. I don't think there's anything for me not to go.
Right.
I think like around 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And then just like
See how it goes. And how do you feel? And there's no right or wrong answer. How do you feel about your routine of staying up until 2 working? You okay with that?
No, I don't. Well, it's like it's.
I think that I mean, that works for you. Like, maybe that's when your creative juices are flowing.
That kind of is. It's
Mhm.
really weird. So it's like I think what happens is the day feels like because everybody else is awake
Yeah.
that like either I'm working on stuff for you
Mhm.
or like I'm working on the sip and paint for Selena
Mhm.
or like I'm, you know what I mean, I'm doing things with people who are happen during
that
day time.
Yeah.
So then I find that when I finish all my work, lately I've been trying to prioritize moments for me to actually create things,
your
art for my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, because like right now I'm in this really strange balance, it actually kind of connects with like what I noticed after like looking at like my bookkeeping.
Oh yeah.
Like today has not this today, but this month has been my like highest earning month for like
You're doing so good.
for just like everything, right? Between like work and actually like my art and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I've been feeling really motivated to like be consistent with like bringing out new launches, creating new art while I have that creative spark.
Yeah.
So I think it's like I don't feel bad. I think the only thing that makes me feel guilty is literally the gym in the morning. So if I can maybe make it part of my routine to go in the evening sometime because like the gym is open till 9.
Right.
So if I can make time to do that, I think
and you'll have a good balance. Mm-hmm. And I think you have time too because after dinner we can piddle a little bit.
Yeah,
you know. So
or even like
or even before
dinner. I was thinking like 6. We don't have dinner until like 7 or 7:30. So so I think it's just evaluating my routine and
find what works for you.
Yeah, find what works for you.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I'm sorry to make it work out.
Oh no, it's not because it's just been something that's been on my mind anyway.
Yeah.
But for me, I've been, so here's the thing. So it's really interesting because I know that on this podcast we've been talking about like the perks of like waking up early.
Yeah.
And how cool it is. And I think that in a lot of self-help things, it is a common thing to be like, oh yeah, waking up early is the thing to do because then, especially if you're a 9 to 5er, right? Because then you just added extra hours to your day.
Yeah.
But I think we don't talk, and we slightly talked about how that doesn't always work for
everybody. Yeah.
But I think it needs to be talked about more.
I think you're right.
Because because for me it's so funny. It'll be like around like 11 or like even midnight, and then something a light clicks on, and I'm like, I want to like draw something.
Yeah, you should be able to do that.
Yeah, without feeling guilty of being up late.
I think that is valid. I think that's valid. Do what works for you. It's not much about because I think you're right. We're losing sight of why we're getting up early. You're getting up early to prioritize yourself, but that's the key moment: is prioritizing yourself and how you choose to do that.
It's up to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people it is going to the gym. Some people it's working on their small business.
Right.
Like it just varies from person to person.
Right. Once you get that time.
Yeah, and it goes back to like our thing with Chelsea, where she's like, how she makes time for things she loves, but it might be in a little bit more of an unconventional way. I think like sometimes that works for people.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That was such a good podcast. I love having her on so much. Yeah, she was so cool and honest and down to earth, and she's so brilliant too. It was great. So let's talk about bookkeeping.
Oh my goodness!
So, you're making all this money now.
Okay, so I tried QuickBooks. They're actually having it is a payment thing, but I did a free trial.
Okay.
With the free trial, you kind of get like the deluxe version for 30 days. And I feel like it's something that you might actually like.
Yeah, tell me.
There's so much on there. So first of all, when it came to like syncing my card in, it was so easy. And honestly, they were like, they went, instead of like, with meant it just being all in a layout just immediately like that, you kind of go through it and they kind of modify a little, but not really. Like, you kind of go through this little questionnaire where it's like a big transaction, like, oh, if you spent this much money on Amazon, was this a business expense? Like, what was it? Was it like inventory or like, you know what I mean? And then you click it and another one comes up, you know what I mean? And then after that, it's able to notice that most of your transactions are already organized. You can still go through and change them if they're different. But I thought that was really, really cool. It made it really quick and easy to categorize your stuff. But what they have on there, so they have a section for like where you can send invoices. They have a section on there where you can actually track your sales on QuickBooks as well as a business. Like in its own thing, not just like seeing, oh, like Stripe came in. You know what I mean? Like you would see. And then they have parts where like you can where you can like pay your employees. Like they have like so many things in there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think my book, so I looked at Honeydew for personal. Did you look at QuickBooks for personal or just for your business right now?
It was gonna be for personal, but I think it's giving just for business.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Because, yeah, my bookkeeper, she switched me over from Zero to QuickBooks because of the additional functionality.
Oh, so you already do have QuickBooks.
But I'm not inside of it yet, so she's in the process of moving us over. I haven't got a chance to play around with it yet. And I wasn't sure if I was going to use it on the personal side as well, use something different on my personal.
So I feel like, depending on how we hear about Honeydew,
yeah.
I think it might be QuickBooks Business, Honeydew Personal.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
but I want to see. Do you have your phone? I want to see it actually.
You might have to wait till the episode.
I may have to wait. Can I show you how to do real quick?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
But I guess if you're gonna show me.
Oh, you have it.
Well, I don't. Well, I need to. Okay, so I.
You did on your desktop.
I did on my desktop.
Yeah, that will work. You just do it like a quick show and tell. But that's okay.
Oh, and then they have like charts where you can see like, because as I expected, it was like January was like low, and it started creeping up until like it spiked in late April and then May. But yeah, so you can see like your profitability from like a certain point of time, and then you can see your expenses and they're categorized, kind of like how it was in Mint too. I guess mileage if you do that type of thing.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Okay, let's see. And there's the invoices section.
Gotcha.
I press invoices, but I was thinking like I wouldn't really do that because I already like the way I create my invoices. Okay, customer approval estimate. So maybe it's like when you're like starting projects and you're able to like, this is roughly how much it's gonna be.
Yeah.
So it's very like this is what I miss.
It is. Let's see. I want to see the personal one. I'm not going to play around with that to see how they're because a lot of this wouldn't be available on the personal side with QuickBooks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I think we're gonna have to have invoices and
because that's like the lowest tier, right?
I would think personal would be. So I'm curious to how that would be. Let me show you how I do.
Okay. But yeah, sorry. On the bigger one for me, I guess it just felt easier to navigate.
On desktop. I think, and that's interesting too, because I like having the flexibility with desktop version and app version. And Honeydew is only on the app.
Oh.
So that's something too. It was really easy. So you get here shows all your transactions. What's interesting to me is that I don't think it's up to date because
are these older?
5/28. What's the date?
Maybe it's the 29th. So maybe that make me payments.
Oh look, I know I did because that's from the 28th. That was your transaction, and the last was from the 19th. That's not true because I've had all these. I've been going ham on Amazon. So where are those?
Maybe it takes. When did you do it?
A couple days ago.
No, I wonder how long it does take.
How long does that take? So I'm not confident that that's up to date. Now, for those Amazon purchases, I have an Amazon card. So I want to see. Yep, it's a Chase. There it is. So that's showing up over here. So that's accurate.
Okay.
But it's not showing up on the main dashboard for activity summary of my app. So I don't know why those aren't showing up. So that's a little concerning, but maybe I can look into that. At least they're showing up there.
I still like the way it's set up.
I like the way it's set up a lot. So here you see the balances of all your cards right there. I like the chat feature. You can chat about things going on.
Cool. That's really cool.
That's cool. And then here's the budget section,
okay.
Right?
Yes.
It's the same sort of thing. And then you can quickly look this for May. And we categorize things, see your payments, and you recategorize. And like you were saying, it was really easy to add in banks as well. So for more in your banks, we see all your banks we easily add in your bank.
Cool.
So that was cool. Your spending, your earnings. You see how much you spent, how much you earned, and maybe transfers, like payments.
Cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that is cool as well.
It
So
seems really like intuitive.
it's very intuitive. That is what I like about it. Is that it's very intuitive. But now that I'm seeing your QuickBooks, I'm tempted to download it on the personal side. Maybe I'll record it so you guys can see. I'm tempted to download it on the personal side and then just doing a side by side comparison of that and Honeydew. So it's super easy because it pops up your financial institution. You click on it, you just log in with your login information.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like back in the day where you had to go hunt down your account number.
Yeah. I'm so happy we're past that.
Right? So yeah, it looks pretty cool. So you seem like you are happy with QuickBooks for your business. And I agree because like I said, we were using Zero for a while, which is a little bit cheaper. But my bookkeeper was like, yeah, let's move it into QuickBooks.
Well, also because like they also have like an accountant section who we can talk to.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that's like it'll be interesting to see what it's like on the lower tier. Because I probably will be on the lowest tier a month if I skip it.
Okay.
To see if that's available for that. Because right now I have like
all
everything. I'm like I'm not sure what is. But honestly, my bare minimum was like being able to like how easy it is to see my transactions.
Yeah.
And the fact that they categorize it where I can see like what I've made and see a chart of like where things are going up and everything is it's really comforting to see. It's oftentimes hard when you're like not like giving yourself credit sometimes.
Yes.
So it's really cool to see like okay the numbers are showing that like things are going up.
Yeah.
And they can continue to go up.
Right. But so let me ask you a question real quick. So you didn't have to sign up for QuickBooks for business. It was just QuickBooks and you just chose your tier. It just kind of gave you all the bells and whistles. So it was like a separate business version.
So what it was, so the sale is 70% off. So for your first 3 months. Mm-hmm. So like if you're on the lowest tier, that's like $9 a month. Okay. So simple start.
Yeah.
Then they have essentials.
Okay.
And they show what the different things you get with it.
Yeah.
So it's not really saying. So it doesn't really say for business, but I think QuickBooks is meant for business. That's like overall, that's what it's giving. That it's meant for business.
Okay. Yeah, run your business. That's what it is. So it's not really geared toward personal. It's not this purpose.
No, it's really more.
Okay.
But what I think is cool as like an option for people, and I'm really happy that we did this because we never know where people are at in their journey.
Yeah.
Is that I think if you're at a point where you want to start spending, like if you want to start, I think it's a really cool platform. That's something that you want to like invest in, right? And the reason why I say this is because I feel like it's easy to scale with. Yeah. So like, let's say you're right now you're your only person. You do this simple start. Mm-hmm. You're doing contracting work, like kind of like me, contracting work, brand deals, stuff like that. It's gonna feel I think pretty cool. But then like when you have your first employees,
upgrade,
and to be able to like manage paying them and like you know what I mean. Right. I think it's cool. And then like at first I'm like all this money, but I'm like. Okay, but then there's all this stuff in here. So you have to decide, do you need all of this stuff right now?
Right.
But it's comforting to know that there's a platform where you can have all that there.
And it'll grow with you.
It'll grow with you because the plus one is giving you, Mom. The plus one is giving someone that has multiple employees, wholesalers, like sending invoices to people. And
I'm sure that's the tier that they have me on.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's really cool and it's really like, it does feel like it makes things so simple. At least on the desktop version. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
That's awesome. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna poke around really quickly and see if anybody's using it on their personal side. Because what I think would be cool is if you had 2 accounts in QuickBooks, you can kind of toggle between your personal and the other, just have one app to go to. That'd be kind of nice.
Yeah.
But Honeydew, but that would be the only reason. And this weird thing where not all the activities showed up at the beginning. Yeah, that kind of bugged me a little bit. I really want to be able to rely on the information being accurate.
Yeah.
But that could be user error or something I'm not understanding. So I'll dig around that and see. But overall, I'm enjoying Honeydew. And just like you're saying, just the transparency of it all, being able to see all of your information right there and see how you're doing. That's cool.
What I like is that you also have access to an accountant. I'm not sure what that looks like completely, but it's just cool to know that you can chat with someone if you need like to ask questions or something like that. So it feels like you're not doing it all by yourself, which is really, really nice.
Oh, and you know what? I think Quick was owned by Tool, and they do taxes too, like TurboTax. So I'm sure
it all connects.
So when it's time to do that stuff.
So it's cool to have like these different options. Yeah. I thought it was really
that's right. I'm probably gonna take some things. I'm gonna poke around to QuickBooks on the personal side.
I'm gonna poke around on Honeydew.
I
might see.
See, like for you and Jason, if you guys are at the point where you want to start, and what I like about Honeydew, you don't have to combine everything.
Okay.
So you can have your own accounts and his own accounts. You can see your own views, but if there's like, say that you guys are planning for a trip, and maybe that one thing to share.
That's cool. I like that too, and how you can chat or like.
Yeah, I like the chat too.
Yeah, that's really cool. So.
I'm enjoying it. Cool. So it's nice to have these options out there. It's nice to know that there are options out there to you on your journey.
Something else I've been hearing good things about too, which we didn't try this time was have you heard of Rocket Money?
I have heard of Rocket Money.
And I've heard, and that felt like it was more geared towards personal.
Oh, okay.
You know, because it was like, oh, you can, like, let's say your phone bill is too high. You can also, like, not dispute, but, like, see if you get a lower rate for certain things.
Oh, okay.
So it just seems like another option where you can still look at everything.
Yeah.
Then they have options on how to, like looking at things, you know, are transparent about, like, subscriptions that you have. Right. Not remember that you have. Things like that. So there's a lot of options out there.
That's cool. So what are you going to do to manage your personal finances?
So I think I'm going to probably go between, I want to look at Honeydew. I want to see what Intuit might be having going on, because I know they turned into.
They are pointing to Credit Carr.
Yeah. So maybe see what.
Check and see.
Okay.
Because that was my first step was to play around with Credit Karma. But maybe it'll be enough for you.
Maybe.
Check and see.
But also then I'm thinking of also looking into like Rocket Money. That's something I've been hearing good things about. So yeah.
So why wouldn't you look into if you could have two of the simple starts, one for your personal, one for your business, which not one.
Yeah, maybe I could do that. I would, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I want to play around with. Yeah. So the simple start would be enough for me for personal.
Yeah. And I think I wish there was a way where you could just choose the kind you want, so you know, like for the because not everyone needs plus,
right?
You know what I mean? And I don't know if that was it makes me unsure about what to expect when I like get my own personal plan.
Cool. So maybe what I'll do is I will play around with Simple Start and see how that works, and then I'll show you, and then maybe that'll help. And then you're gonna look into Rocket Money, and you can play around with Credit Karma. So be sure to block those too, so that you have time to do it later. You think?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna get a chance to, or maybe just talk about it when we come back.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody would like to know pros and cons of each.
Sure.
And then also I would love to see how Honeydew works for you by yourself too. Yeah. And then how you can incorporate that. You incorporate a partner into it at another point in time.
Yeah. That's kind of the appeal of Honeydew for sure, because then like it does feel, I mean, any app can get an update, but it does feel like other ones aren't.
They're built that way. Yeah, this one is definitely built for working with a partner. Like for every account, you can choose individual or joint, show or hide, everything is constructed that way because I do have a business account as Wells Fargo. It's just a whole thing. So I have a business account under my personal accounts that I just don't want to include. So it gives you all those options where you can hide from your partner if you need to for whatever reason, show, individual, joint. You can configure it really, really well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, so that's awesome.
Well, any other thoughts?
I don't think so.
Well, this was really interesting.
It was helpful. Thank you for Chelsea for prompting us to do this. Oh, so one next step that I'm going to do, and I may record this also for you guys when I get a chance to do it today, is that my final step that I wanted to do was to look at the standard or guidelines for how much you're supposed to be spending on things. So now that I have everything inside of Honeydew and I see all my categories, at first I think a mortgage should not be more than 28% of your income or whatever.
Okay.
So then I want to go and see how I'm lining up. And if Honeydew, I don't know if Honeydew has this Mint had where you can set goals for its budget, that I would like to actually set goals for its budget.
I think QuickBooks has something. I saw it had something similar to like budgeting.
Yeah, I didn't see that in Honeydew. But I would like to take a step further so then I can set goals for each of my buckets. And maybe utilities, my bucket is 5% or 10%, whatever. And then if it can flag me, if I'm getting close to that, that's what I would like to do.
That's cool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. So
I'm going to play around with that a little bit more. So it's a little bit extra time. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, see how it goes. Cool. All right, well, you guys, let us know in the comments what your favorite budgeting app is, how you're handling your bookkeeping. If you have any questions for us to pass on to Chelsea, we'd love to hear from you.
Also, I have one more thought.
What's that?
So you mentioned that with Honeydew, it doesn't update immediately. But like, if you're so annoying. But what if you're doing your bookkeeping once a week? Does it really?
It may not. I just need, like I said, the only thing that gave me pause was that in activity is not showing up
At all?
At all. And I don't know why. I don't know. There's certain things that only show up in activity. Maybe that's how it works. But I would ideally like everything to show up in activity. I would think.
Unless it's not right. It's not supposed to be that.
But maybe it's not supposed to be everything. Maybe it's supposed to be like major. But maybe it's supposed to be major things.
So you would like it to be on.
It doesn't have to. Maybe I need to understand what it's supposed to do. It doesn't have to be everything. But to me, when we say activity, I want to see all that. So it still could be a matter of me playing around with it and figuring it out. I just kind of want to know how it goes about putting information on activity because I would have assumed that everything's going to be showing, but that is not the case. And I kind of like. Can you open up yours again? Open up QuickBooks again.
Okay, that's on the.
This looks like it's accurate.
Yeah,
And you can scroll to see all of them. And it looks like it's all of them from different dates. Yeah, from different dates and from different accounts.
Yeah, and like sales.
Right. And that's kind of what I want to be able to see. I want to be able to see like a running tally of everything that's going on like that. So I'm definitely gonna play around with QuickBooks just really quickly and see how I like it, see how it compares before we're locked in.
And also another thing, what I like is that and this wasn't a thing on Mint. Each time I would make like a withdrawal from my business account, it would kind of count as its own transaction.
Yeah.
But for this, it does say like, oh, personal withdrawal, which I really like. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Yeah, and I think I would like. I mean, it would be cool to see if I can like toggle
between the two. Yeah.
Right. The only thing is, because after the free trial, not free trial, but after the sale, the simple plan is like $30 a month. So I wouldn't want to pay $30 a month to toggle through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That would be right. So maybe
Honeydew or because I mean, but also I get what you're saying with Honeydew. Like, would like to be able to see everything. And if I'm not seeing everything, then what's the point? So, yeah, we're gonna just
we're gonna have to explore more because I don't want to drill down into the categories to see everything, and especially when it's still in this learning phase and everything's not always in the right category.
Yeah.
I want to be able to scroll and then categorize as I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna play around with it a little more. You know, I think. Yeah, you're right. He wants to pay $30.
Yeah.
I want to have an option we can add
to
on.
make it yes,
or something.
I'm gonna
look into it.
And I'll let you know.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Hey y'all, we are back.
Hey, everyone.
Hey. So I've been playing around with so when we left off, we're talking about
the
QuickBooks.
Yeah.
And so I looked in QuickBooks, and even though you can kind of finagle it to work for your personal finances, that's not
what it's meant for. It's definitely meant for business.
It's meant for businesses. So then I went poking around, reading some articles and stuff, and I stumbled upon Monarch, which is sweet because that's the name of our late pup.
Our late pup.
Yes. So it's not free. They had a trial, but it really good reviews. So I poked into it. I want to see how much it costs and let you guys know. I want to say it was like it's on sale. I think it's $179 a year, which is not super cheap,
especially for personal.
For personal, I think they had something that said $8 a month. I don't know. Look into it and see. I'm trying to find that real quick for y'all, but I like it. Yeah. So look and see what it says. So I like it for a couple of reasons. Number one, the activity fee. So immediately on the dashboard, it's showing me all of my transactions, and they are accurate. So I like that. I also like on the budgeting tab that it allows me to really go into detail, and it shows me, $833 a month. That's
not that bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. Maybe it'll show me the regular price or something.
So wait, no, that's so. Oh no, $833 a month for yearly. So what you're paying is cheap. But then $14.99 a month if you're just playing money.
Got it. That's
so you are paying the cheaper price.
Yeah.
But like for people who aren't sure.
Yeah.
And want to try it for a few months, maybe
you can do
$14.99 and then switch over to yearly. You're going to stick with it.
Great. So it's not too bad.
It's not as bad.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
And for what you're getting, that's like I was telling to sit. Well, I think that's what you guys do. What I want to be able to do is to set up the percentages. Yeah, we're talking about that.
And it breaks it down automatically.
It breaks it down automatically. It already said, okay, for mortgage, you're spending 18% already. So this is really helpful. I can feel that it's really in tune with my goals.
That's good. That's
wonderful. It's great. And another thing too, I don't know if I had recorded this part when I was playing around with with Honeydew for you guys, but initially it categorized Jonathan's paycheck wrong, which gave me a little bit of pause. I mean, it was easy enough for me to go and put it in the right category, not that big of a deal, but I like that automatically this got it right. So it's just giving more confidence that the numbers are accurate. So I'm going to stick with Monarch. Bummer that I'm going to have to go down. Well, so I don't like about it as much the pros and cons. With Honeydew, without sharing logins, Jonathan could have gone and added in his banks by himself.
Yeah, but now you have to sit together.
Now I'm going to sit together. I think I'll see there's a way for me to add him. Maybe there is. And I'll let you know there is a way. But it looks like I'm going to have to sit down with him and do it together, which isn't quite as seamless.
Yeah, so your schedules are different.
Yeah.
It's personal time.
Right. So there are definitely pros and cons, you guys. There's definitely pros and cons. And I'll see as I continue to play around with it if there's other things. But yeah, I'm seeing just one profile. I'm not seeing where you can add in a second person. Hold on, household members. I may invite trusted members to your household for free, but have full access to view and modify the data.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can add an advisor.
That's cool.
Yeah.
For free, right?
For free.
Yeah, okay, that kind of makes the price worth it.
It does.
Because that's 2 of y'all. Or 3. Or how many in the household?
Yeah, this is good.
That's good.
This is good.
That's good.
I'm so glad. I love this podcast so much. I do. I hope you guys love it as much as we do. Because I really get a lot out of it. Because what this enabled us to do was to evaluate several different options and then do a deep dive into 3 of them. A deeper dive. I go super deep.
But this is already looking really good.
Based on what we saw with QuickBooks and with Honeydew. I feel like we have like 3 really good options for wherever you guys are. So the cool thing about Honeydew is a great UI. It's free, and it lets you manage your finances with a partner. You may have to do some checks and balances to make sure everything's there, but it works. QuickBooks, we're seeing, is the boss for businesses and all of the tiers. And it looks like Monarch kind of gives you that QuickBooks type of feel.
At a personal level.
At a personal level and at a reasonable cost too. So really, really good options. Super excited. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Leaf Notes. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and drop a like and a comment letting us know what your takeaway was. And if you're just listening, head over to social media after taking a screenshot and tag us letting us know what your takeaway was. If you want to give us a rating, head over to your favorite podcast app and give us a 5-star rating or let us know what you think. This will help us connect with more business owners and creatives just like you. And with that being said, we hope that your business takes root and grows, and we'll see you next time.